connect with an excellent connection. Just make sure our audio is okay. Great. That's fantastic. Yeah, looks like we're going to be good. Appreciate your help.
Yes, sir, buddy.
All right, I'll text them.
See ya.
families. Hello, thank you so much for sticking with us. It's been a long day, right? You got up early this morning, drove all the way to Roanoke, Virginia. For those of us who don't live here, been moving and shaking, sitting in sessions all day. And I just want to say thank you. I'm Dr. Tiffany Hinton. I serve as your student's acting vice president for student success, well-being, and belonging. And it's my honor just to say hello and thank you for standing here. I have one simple request. So our students is their hour, right? And we forgot to designate special seating for them. And so when they come in, they're not going to have any seats. Right? So we got to move around so that they can have somewhere to sit. Are we okay with that? Okay. Can we get them in the front rows so that they can get pinned? Let's do at least the first four on both sides. Now they're gonna pin them, so be watching when they come in where your student is so you can find them, okay? leaders can now come forward. Families, I might need you to move one more time. Thank you so much for your patience and understanding. We want to make sure all of our Earthshakers get a seat.
Loving God, thank you for the opportunity to gather today and to take the first step of many in our path to belonging, our path to ourselves. As we prepare to embark on this journey together, I ask that you grant us wisdom for the days ahead. May we spread tenderness with the things we put our hands to, and may we grow in wisdom as we gather with friends over coffee, in the gardens, on horseback, in the labs, and in the classrooms. May we gather in strength as we examine and refine our convictions with integrity and grace. And may we always bear the divine in mind, reaching beyond ourselves and what is outside of ourselves, keeping our hands and our hearts open and humble. I ask all these things in your holy name. Amen. It is now my honor to introduce Hollins University President, Dr. Mary Dana Hinton, a passionate advocate for equity, access, and student success. Please join me in welcoming President Hinton.
Dr. Hinton was making room for everyone to fit. I was reminded of a saying a student taught me many years ago. And that saying is, where there is enough love, there is enough room. And thank you. And I just feel like, we plan, each student will bring, maybe 2 people, 3 people, but the class of 2029, our commuters, our transfers, our residents, you all brought your people, and always bring your people, because where there is enough love, there is enough room. So I welcome each and every one of you. You will always make room here. We are glad you are here. You all worked hard to get here, and I am just thrilled. I will say to you, I know no one wants to stand for long, so I've cut out half of my remarks, but I will say to you, there is no better vision than to see our students surrounded by people that love them. That means, students, that you are getting off to the strongest possible start. So I will be brief and just say to you that I am honored to be your president, and on behalf of the faculty, staff, and board of trustees of Hollins University, at long last, welcome home. We are honored. Yes, we can celebrate. That you said yes to Hollins, and I want each one of you to know that individually, every one of you belongs here. But you are not now, nor will you ever be alone. Even as you sit here today, you are members of a cohort, whether it's athletic teams, Madden scholars, Hope scholars, honor scholars, presidential scholars, Artemis, or more. You are not alone. You are surrounded by people whose only wish is for you to be successful. I want to share a few of those people with you right now, just so you know how many people it took to make this day possible. I want to start with a very big thank you to our admission team who journeyed with you, some of you for more than a year, to make it possible to be in this room today. To Dr. Browning and her entire team, I thank you so very much. Well-being and belonging team, led by Dr. Tiffany Hinton, Dean Monica, Dr. Dan, Josh, and so many more. To our student success, housing and residence life, student activity, belonging, HU Connect, and campus security. You didn't have a lot of lines today because they worked for 3 months to make today possible. So a big thank you to all of them. To our facilities, groundskeeping, and custodial staff who work every day. They will be among your biggest fans and most important important touch points. They will be in their res halls. You see them out and about on campus. They love you, they support you, and we love them. Along with our Meriwether Godsey staff, the folks who fed us all day and who will feed you for the next several years, please join me in thanking them for being here. Big Hollins rod to our student leaders who returned to campus very early, over a week ago, to create the welcoming environment. Those flags that you walked in with didn't make themselves. They were preparing for you for a long time. So please join me in thanking your orientation leaders, your SSLs, your RAs. Preparing diligently for your first classes on Tuesday, who will greet you as part of your FYE, your first year experience, and who are responsible for the stellar academic experience you're about to have. Let's send a lot of love out into the world for our faculty. Students and families, those are just a few of the people who comprise your new community. Those are the people who will make the Hollins campus your home. Over the next several years, you will be welcomed and supported and loved as you are and for who you are. We will gently guide you and intentionally push you to be curious, to learn, and to stretch yourself academically and personally. Every one of us has raised our hands to be your mentor, your support person, your person at Hollins. So we ask only a few things of you. We ask that you be kind to and supportive of one another. We are committed to building a community based on belonging in which each and every person is, feels, and respected as they are in this community. But we are only successful for that if each and every one of us commits ourselves to it. And as we walk this path of community, no one is saying it will always be perfect, but I want to assure you that perfection is not our goal. There will be times when we will trip up or run into obstacles. We may find ourselves discouraged or lose energy. But when that happens, remember that you have within you the strength and perseverance to move forward, and you have all around you, and they are in this space right now, all the resources and people this community offers to help you be successful. You belong here as you are, but you are never alone. I do want to take just a moment to speak to the families and all of the supporters who are here today. Because as a mom, I want to acknowledge to everyone out there how challenging this transition is. I still look at my youngest child who is well into adulthood, and I still see her as she was that first day of kindergarten. And I know that many, many people in this room are seeing the little one that they brought home, the little one they took to school, and all of a sudden you have a burgeoning adult who's heading off to college. And I just want to tell you, college is much more the beginning of adulthood than a continuation of childhood. And a family member's heart finds that hard. I know I did. So I will acknowledge the first few weeks can be challenging, and all we ask is that you be a source of strength and resilience in those first few weeks. Listen and ask good questions. Guide them to the resources and support they need. And in your parent information you received today is a guide to all the resources we offer. Your students will look to you for support and love and understanding, and I know you will all reflect that back to them and remind them that we are here for that as well. Thank you for entrusting your child to us. I've gotten to talk with so many of you today, whether it be the the Hudsons, or the brother Edward, or Nanny and Happy, or so many more. There's a very proud Meemaw out in this audience that I had the privilege of speaking to today. No matter your role in your young person's life, thank you for sharing this incredible moment with us today. And our pinning ceremony today will reflect that. Students, you will be the first class to be pinned to signal your arrival in this community. You will be the first in our 183-year-long legacy that you are not only inheriting today, but that you are shaping. Shortly, Dr. Hinton will lead you through a pinning ceremony, and it represents the hopes and dreams of you, of your families, and of generations prior to you that made this day possible. This pin will reflect every obstacle you've overcome, every sacrifice you've made. This pin beckons you to open your heart and your mind to this new, wonderful community. The pin will invite new friends and mentors. The pin signals that you are ready to learn and grow, ready to fail and get back up, ready to be better and stronger than you ever imagined yourself. This pin today demands that you lift your eyes to every possibility and to every good thing Hollins has to offer. So just let me close by saying, if you've come to any admission events at Hollins, you've heard me say to trust your heart, to believe in yourself, to open your heart and mind to all that Hollins has to offer. And I promise you today that if you bring your full heart and mind to this place, if you decide every day that you're going to share your full humanity with us and extend compassion and grace towards all, you will open up a world of opportunity, care, compassion, and love beyond your wildest imaginations. I am so proud to welcome you to Hollins. I am so proud to be your president, and I am so proud that we will continue to make room for every one of you and everyone you love in this community. Levavi Akiros, which means lift thine eyes. And your Student Government Association President. Please give the biggest, warmest welcome you can.
Hi everyone, are we all nervous? Excited? Yeah, me too. Okay, we got this. Okay. Good afternoon everyone and welcome, especially to the newest member of our Hollins community. My name is Catherine Fong, the Student Government Association SGA President this year. And I'm so honored to have this opportunity to welcome you all to Hollins. And using this opportunity, I would also like to dedicate this speech in memory of Foman Ha, or more commonly known on campus as Fishy Ha, the SGA President-elect for this academic year. I call Hong Kong home, and like a mechanical heart, Hong Kong never stops working. And the buildings cover the sky. So imagine my shock when I landed in Roanoke. I thought, wow, this place is kind of flat. But my shock slowly morphed into wonder as I discovered Hollins. I remember walking around the campus the first few days of orientation, getting lost, barely knowing where the buildings were. But eventually, we found our way to the steep hill behind the library. I kept my head down, taking notes of the steps I took, scared of tripping and rolling down the hill. But when we got to the top, I lifted my eyes, and I saw the sky spanning for miles and the light streaming from the clouds. And in that moment, I knew Hollins was not flat, but limitless. Knowing Hollins is limitless and changing my mindset was the first lesson I learned here. Class of 29, Hollins is a journey that you will begin without knowing how it ends. So don't be afraid to fail. Because this is the safest place you can stumble and roll down a hill. So seize the opportunities in front of you, send that LinkedIn invite, ask for help when you need it, and cherish the friendships you make here. Because a Hollins friendship will teach you how to grow and last for a lifetime. And I can attest to that. I wouldn't be here without my friends and the encouragement of the student leaders who came before me. They mentored me and believed in me before I believed in myself. So today, I want to say, I believe in you too. While Hollins gave me the space to step out of my comfort zone, it really was the people here who gave me the courage to take the first step. Some of my fondest memories of Hollins come from evenings talking about advocacy for the student government meetings, and hearing the unwavering words of encouragement like, Pookie, you got this, and it's not that deep. And really, it is not deep, not that deep. While we can be serious, Hollins is also the place where secret societies give you candies and hugs, where we have a plastic duck hunt spanning the whole campus, and of course, the place where we dress inconveniently to hike up a mountain. Because traditions. And for those of you who dozed off after the afternoon, and welcome to y'all, here is the summary. Have an open mind, don't be afraid to fall, and cherish your friends. Hollins might not be the college you expected, but it might just be the college you need. Because here at Hollins, we own who we are, we stand for what we believe in, and we hold our heads up high. So shoot for the galaxy and aim for the stars, because the sky is not your limit, you are limitless. Welcome home, class of 2029. Well-being and belonging for the presentation of the first year print ceremony.
And she claimed to be nervous. She did a great job, right? All right, today we come together. It marks the beginning of your journey here at Hollins. The pen that you received today is more than an accessory. It carries the spirit, the history, and the promise of our community. You'll notice that there's no clash year on your pen. This is because we recognize that this is a journey. It means that it's your journey. And whether it takes you 2 to 3 years because you're on an accelerated track, or 3 or 4 or more, we know that, I want you to know that we believe in you. And we are here to support you every step of your way. The pen that you have represents the place called Hollins. It says that you are a part of us. When you wear this pen, I want you to know that you are part of a legacy of students who came before you, individuals who dreamed profoundly and boldly, who supported one another, who grew into leaders, into scholars, into artists, and change makers of today. The pen represents you belonging here and the trust that we place in you as full members of our community. I hope that it is a reminder to you that you are not alone in your journey. You are connected to classmates who will become your friends, your mentors who will guide and support you as you journey along here at Hollins. This pen is a symbol of both your individuality and the commitment to being a part of something bigger than yourself. Over the course of your first year, you'll discover new passions, new challenges, and find your voice. Your pen serves as a touchstone. I hope that it reminds you of why you chose Hollins and the goals that you hold for yourself. The people standing beside you as you work through achieving them. I encourage you to wear this pen with pride, wear it with courage, and wear it with the knowledge that it is the start of your beginning here at Hollins. But it is not the end. You will receive a pen, another pen, your senior year with your class year on it. And you'll be able to say that you overcame the Hollins journey and conquered it well. Today, if you are here without a guest, please raise your hand. There are several members of our university community that will come forth now and pin you. Can I have our faculty, our staff, and our leaders who are here today find a hand, raise it real high. I don't want you to be ashamed because I will come down with fingers so I wasn't with you. Very good. They're coming right now. And as they're coming, if you are a new student and you see your family member who's going to pin you standing, take a look. Take a look. If they're standing, mom's waving her hand over here. They're in the back too. Look around. I want you to go and stand beside them. Come out in the aisles. You can come up here. Please find your pinners. This is your first college challenge. How quickly can you find your family? Look at mom. Mom's standing. Don't you worry, we're not going to start until we find your protocol. If you need to come up to the steps, please do so. We want everybody to have their person. Don't pin yet, just find your people. Please proceed now. Welcome to Hollins for cheers. You may pull your students and return back to your seats. Sit wherever you can.
Just a couple of quick words before we say farewell. First, thank you for doing this new thing with us. Thank you for letting us take the time out of your day to symbolize how much you mean to us. I trust you've heard that throughout the admission process, and it is my mission to make sure you hear it every day here at Hollins. As we close this ceremony, my most fervent hope is that you carry the spirit of love and this moment into every corner of your Hollins experience. Students, wear your pin proudly as a symbol of your courage, your story, and your belonging. May each and every one of you find joy in the journey, strength in the challenges, and friendship in abundance. On behalf of Chaplain Moser, Dr. Tiffany Hinton, and SGA President Catherine Fong, thank you for being here. We invite you to move outside to take photos using the beautiful campus as your backdrop, and most of all to know that you are loved just as you are. I look forward to celebrating and honoring you every day of your Hollins journey. Lavavi Oculos, we are adjourned.